There's hope. Come on, ladies. I thought that I needed a lot. Come on in the room. Listen, you guys know we sing on this Periscope before we get started, so come on in. Hey, Carla. I love you, ma'am. Good to see you. Come on, ladies. A million didn't make me happy, but that's when I learned the lesson. It's all about your perceptions. Hey, welcome to the newbies. Come on in the room. Hey, Andrea, I love you. Carla, I love you, love you, love you. My apostle is on. My pastor worshiper, Alonda, I love you. Thank you for joining. Come on in this room, ladies. Doesn't cost a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. Gotta thank God for that. Yes, indeed. Come on. All right, listen, this is the last leg of the way for the Periscope party leading up to Women That Win. And so this is going to be awesome. I'm so glad to be bringing up the rear, passing the baton to me, Nicole DeShera. So come on in the room. I'm going to give you guys another second to join. Share with your followers. Hey, Tawana, I love you. Thank you for inviting your followers. Please share with your friends, with your family, with your Periscope influence. And we're going to get started in just a second. Thank you. I love the makeup. You know I'm a junkie, so come on in the room. What's it like in the USA? But all I did was complain. Living here is paradise. He taught me paradise. It's in your mind. You know that there is hope. Yes, indeed. Come on in the room. This is an old favorite of mine by India Irie, and it's called There's Hope. And so that's my goal, is to inspire you today to know that there is definitely hope. So come on in. Yes, indeed. All right, listen, so we're going to get started. I only have 15 minutes, and Periscope was acting up on me, so I was about a minute and a half late joining. All right, guys, so listen, if you haven't already, please say hello. Those are the rules of engagement in this room. You say hi when you come in. Don't be a creep. Say hello. And then you invite your friends and followers on social media as well. Thank you, CEO Azarel. I appreciate it. And then most importantly, you sow some hearts, which you guys are doing. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. All right, so real quick, I want to talk a little bit about this wonderful conference that is coming up. All right, so you guys have probably seen, if you follow me on Periscope or any other social media outlet, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, we've been blowing up the internet on Women That Win Conference. It is next Saturday, April the 23rd at 9 a.m. in Capitol Heights. I'm sure that some of my ladies are going to be throwing up there the website that you can go to register. It's www.nove University. Nove is spelled N-O-V-A-E University. So please go there and register so that you can join us. My understanding is that we're almost at capacity, but we are saving a seat for you. So this is the moment for you to come on. Thank you, CEO Azarel. I appreciate that. Women Who Win the conference, Carla Watson. There you go. There she is right there, who is an entrepreneur extraordinaire, who is a woman extraordinaire, who has brought together some incredible women. Thank you, Rhonda D, for being a first timer on my scope. Welcome to all the newbies, all the newcomers, first timers. Thank you guys for being on. Okay, so all right, I want to talk real quick about some of the things that we're gonna touch on in this conference, and the reason that you want to be here for the Women That Win. And my necklace is doing something weird. All right, there we go. So you want to be here. If you're not in the DMV, plane, train, bus, or bike, you want to get here, okay, next Saturday, because it's going to be a phenomenal event. We are going to do some really serious pouring into each other, some celebrating, some secret sharing on how we're doing it. College Park, Maryland. It's going to be a great moment, because we're going to have the opportunity to just to pour into each other. And I said on our call on Wednesday, if you were on, that was a phenomenal experience as well. Thank you to Miss Donna Davis, Miss Carla Watson, Miss Shanae McDaniel. Thank you for all of the ladies that were on that call as well. Also want to shout out to CEO Azarel, Miss Tamara Hush Lee, that were the forerunners, Miss Carla Watson, that were the forerunners for this Periscope party. So definitely want to thank all of you and shout you out. I feel really privileged to be among such wonderful women who have accomplished so much, and I'm taking notes. I certainly am, as we're going along. All right, so I want to drop a few quick nuggets on you. If you are taking notes, write this stuff down. If you aren't, watch the replay. I don't want to keep you from sewing hearts, so please absolutely go back and watch the previous scopes. They were all phenomenal. Each of them will, yes, isn't she a great first lady? The first lady of Nove, Mrs. Shanae McDaniel, shout out to you. Ma'am, we love and appreciate you so much. Being the first lady of anything is not an easy job. So I am certainly honored to know you and proud of you for all that you're doing. All right, so real quick, three quick things. For those of you who don't know me, first let me start there. My name is Nicole DeShera. I am a mom of 4. I'm a recording artist. I'm a preacher of the gospel. I write and sing impactful music. And I also have the privilege of carrying God's word. I'm a Christian, a follower of Christ. I also have done network marketing. I've done commercial real estate. I've done a lot in the professional world. And that's how I came in contact with Miss Carla Watson, Mr. Rico McDaniel, his wife, Miss Shanae McDaniel, who is on, and a lot of the other great people from Nove. And as a result, Mrs. Carla Watson asked me to be a part of this great event, the conference happening next Saturday called The Women That Win. And so I'm definitely privileged to be a part of this. I feel like overly honored, seriously, to even have been considered for something so great. So thank you guys for that. All right, so real quick, because I am a preacher, a preacher's kid, I used to be a preacher's wife. That's part of my story that I'll talk about when given the chance. I've been in church all my life, and the Bible is kind of my measuring stick for life. So as a result, we preachers, all of us do things in threes. Thank you, Carla. You are equally awesome. I love you, ma'am. And you inspire me to be better. She always tells me, if not now, when? And if not you, then who? You can have excuses, you can have success, but you can't have both. So thank you, Miss Carla, for always challenging me. I appreciate you for that. Can't wait to meet you as well. It's going to be awesome. All right, so preachers do things in threes. In case you didn't know, I'm not going to ask you to touch your neighbor because we're on Periscope, but I am going to ask you to pay attention, lean in real close, because what I'm going to do is give you 3 quick things that are going to help you to win. The first thing is forgiveness. Forgiveness. This is a big, huge one. I've actually been asked to do a Periscope series on this, and I'm probably going to kick it off the 1st of May. And I want you guys, if you're following me, to please stay tuned for that so that you can be a part and hear the great discussion I'm going to do on that. Forgiveness. It's one of those big things that all of us come in contact with at some point in our lives, where we have to forgive somebody, where we need forgiveness, and where we have to walk in a state of forgiveness. Okay, there are 3 different entities that we have to receive forgiveness, extend forgiveness, and walk in a state of perpetual forgiveness. The Bible says it this way in Matthew 6:14. This is Jesus talking, that if you forgive men their trespasses, then you can be forgiven. So a lot of times when we hear about forgiveness, we automatically think about that person who offended us. We automatically think about that situation that hurt us. We automatically think about that betrayal we went through. We automatically think about that person we trusted that let us down. And all of those things are real. And yes, you do have to forgive those people. But I want to submit to you that it's just as powerful for you to seek forgiveness in the areas that you have been the offender. Very easy to focus on being the offended, but equally impactful, not quite so easy though, to focus on where you have been offensive, where you have offended someone else, where you have let someone else down. Maybe it was what you said. Maybe it was what you didn't say. Maybe it was when they were expecting you to show up and you weren't there. Maybe it's when they were expecting you to give and you didn't have it to give, but you failed to communicate. Maybe it was when you were judgmental, when you didn't communicate your expectations. What I have found is one of the hardest places of forgiveness is the uncommunicated expectations of our hearts. It's when we hold people accountable for things we never told them. It's when we hold people accountable for things we never told them. And so a lot of us need to make sure that we seek out forgiveness and that we extend forgiveness for the ways in which we've not been a good friend, not been a good colleague, not been a good companion, not been a good mother. You might have to sit down with your kids and say, hey, I did the best I could in the moment, but now in hindsight, I realize I dropped the ball, and I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry. Powerful words. Forgive me. Powerful words. I forgive you. Powerful words. So forgiveness is choosing your future over your past. Forgiveness is choosing your future over your past. Forgiveness is not saying it's okay what you did to me. Quite the contrary. I don't like what you did to me. I don't appreciate how you handled me. I don't think that what you did was okay. Got something weird going on there. I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate what you did. What you did was not okay. But forgiveness is saying, I release you because I choose my future over my past. It is more important to me to be forgiven because I realize I need forgiveness from others. I need forgiveness from God. And I can't walk around holding on to what you did to me, rehearsing it, telling whosoever will hear me, posting it on social media as indirect digs. I can't do any of that because all of that is energy I need for my life's journey to get to where I'm going. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is choosing your future over your past. Unforgiveness is like drinking poison and waiting for the person you're mad at to die. Unforgiveness. It's like drinking poison and waiting for someone else to die. Do you know that a lot of the people you're mad at are not thinking about you? Excuse me. A lot of the people that you're angry with don't give you a second thought. A lot of those people don't even remember what they did that offended you. A lot of those people get up in the morning with a smile on their face and go through their day without a second thought about your place of offense. So in essence, the poison that you're drinking, thinking about them and pointing that negative energy at them is really killing you. Forgiveness. The next thing is relationships. One of the ways we win, not just as women, but as people, is in our relationships. Here's a newsflash for you. You are not a party of one. You are not an island. You can't do it by yourself. I know you think you got it all together, and I know you're low-key mad about the things that people have done that have let you down, and you have said in yourself, I don't need the people, I don't need them, I don't need this, I'm gonna do it on my own. But here's the reality. Those of us that win, we win by way of everyone in our life that helps us to get there. We win by the people that pour into us. Several of my sisters before this said that. We win by the people that rebuke us, the people that tell us when we're wrong, the people that get us right and that love us enough not to blow smoke up our dresses and tell us we're right when we're wrong. We win by way of the people that have the authority to pull on our coattails and say, hey, you might need to think about this. You might need to consider that. You might need to wait a minute before you respond because you might be acting irrationally right now. That's how we win. We win by our relationships. We win by the people that pour into us and the people we pour into. One thing that I've consistently heard through all of the introductions and all of the feedback that's been given on the women that are part of this conference is that they are insistent, they are committed, they are adamant about seeing other people win, not just themselves. So we win by way of our relationships. We cannot in any way, shape, or form expect to get where we're going on our own. You've got to be willing to partner with other people. Deuteronomy says it this way in the Old Testament, chapter 32, verse 30, that one can chase 1,000, but that two can put 10,000 to flight. Let's do a little bit of math here. If as one person I can chase, meaning and if you've ever chased like a group of birds, flock of birds, what do? They immediately scatter. So as one person, I can chase 1,000, which means I might be able to make a little ruckus. I might be able to get a few birds to scatter, but two can put 10,000 to flight. There's a difference in chasing and scattering and putting to flight. Putting to flight it means that bird now is no longer where it was, but it is completely taken flight to go somewhere else. So the power of two, not even talking about a group, not talking about the 100 of us that are going to descend on the DMV next Saturday and shut down the Women That Win conference in Capitol Heights. I'm not talking about the 100 of us. I'm talking about two. Two people have the ability to take that 1,000 and not just make them scatter or make them move a little bit, scare them for a second, but can put them to flight. We can put fear to flight. We can put rejection to flight. We can put denial to flight. We can put low self-esteem to flight. We can put being overwhelmed to flight. We can put competition to flight. We can do that as two. What do you think 100 of us can do? What can 100 of us do? Some real damage. So how you win is in forgiveness and it's in your relationships. There's power in agreement. All right, the last thing is belief. Belief. One of my favorite people, Mr. Rico McDaniel, whose wife is on, Mrs. Shanae McDaniel, and he's the CEO of Nove, which is a network marketing company based out of Atlanta, Georgia. He said once that your success level will never exceed your belief level. Your success level will never exceed your belief level. Thank you, Miss Carla, for putting that up there. That's the website you want to go to meet us in Capitol Heights, Maryland next Saturday for the Women That Win conference. Your belief level your success level, will never exceed your belief level. So if you want to succeed, if you want to win, you got to first believe that you can. And that sounds so small, but I promise you, it is a big, huge, monumental pow in your life that you have to believe. Mark says it this way in Mark 9:23, all things are possible to them that believe. Suggesting that the future belongs to those who believe it exists. Suggesting that success belongs to those who believe it's out there. Suggesting that better. I wrote a song recently that's coming on my album in September, and I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of it. It goes like this. I can't see it now, but it's going to get better somehow. Better, better, better. It's going to get better. All that I see today, it's preparing me in one way or another for what's around the corner. And I can't see it now, but it's going to get better somehow. Better, better, better. It's going to get better. So yeah, you need to buy that. It's coming out in September. I think I'm going to release that single in June. But anyway, you have to believe that better is out there. And not just that it's in some distant cosmic place, but you have to believe that better is yours to obtain. You have to believe that better is in your future. You have to believe that better is not just in... Got interrupted. You guys still on? Can you still see and hear me okay? Let me know. I'm good for getting interrupted on my scopes. Trying to get my charger together here. All right, cool. All right, so yes, we're just about done. Thank you. Belief, relationships, your connections, and forgiveness. Those are 3 important things if you're going to win. I want you to go to Nova University right now, novauniversity.com, register for the Women That Win conference. You want to meet us next Saturday at 9 a.m. in Capitol Heights, Maryland. Ms. Carla Watson is our gracious host. CEO Azarel, Ms. Tammy Hush-Lee. There's going to be a ton of us. Ms. Shanae McDaniel, Ms. Amanantweet. There's a couple of them that are on. You want to go and register so that you can meet us, okay? And in the meantime, I want you to chew on this, that if you want to win, forgiveness, relationships, belief, 3 very important things that you need if winning is going to be your portion. It's been my pleasure to be with you this afternoon. Thank you guys for joining this scope. If you missed any of my sisters, go on and watch them. Again, CEO Azarel, I'm not sure if she's still on, but put your tag up there so people can go and watch your replay. Miss Carla Watson, there she is saying thank you, ladies. Go to her because she started us off with this great Periscope party at 12:30. You want to watch her. There she is, Miss CEO Azarel. And Miss Tammy Hush-Lee is at a conference, so she might not be on, but you want to go and watch the replay for her. I think I put it on my feed for followers. So if you follow me or Miss Carla Watson, you'll see it there. Those scopes that we have shared. There she is, Tammy Hush-Lee. You want to go and follow her. Okay, thank you, CEO Azarel. I am so coming to you because I have a book I need to publish. All right, so listen, you guys want to meet us next Saturday in the DMV for the Women That Win conference. If you don't already follow me, Nicole DeShera, here on Periscope, follow me on Instagram, follow me on what else? Facebook, Twitter. My website is in the design process right now. It's NicoleDeShera.com, and I want you to go. I think that there's a splash page up there right now, but there's going to be a real website that's functional that'll be up there by the time we're together next Saturday. It's going to be amazing. And yes, my album is coming in September. I have a single coming in June, which I think is going to be better. My producer and I are back and forth about that. So we'll see. But in any case, I love each and every one of you. You guys are awesome. You're amazing. You have the ability to do anything you believe that you can do. The power of God is at work in your life, putting the people in your path that you're meant to bless, that are meant to bless you, giving you the power to forgive, to release, to choose your future over your past, and most importantly, to believe that better is not just in some distant place, but that it's right around the corner for you. I love you, Tawana. Thank you for being on. I love you, Miss Carla. Thank you. All my first timers, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. My pastor was on, Apostle Yolanda. Love you. Thank you for being on as well. And to every one of y'all, you rock. Have a great Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you next week at the Women That Win conference. Bye.